Hello, my name is Lisa Riley, and I am running for the one-year seat of the Housing Authority. I have moved from Plymouth within the last year, and since moving to Plymouth, I have become an ambassador for the Plymouth Chamber of Commerce, chairperson for the Beth Israel Deaconess Leahy Hospital Community Business Partner Executive Committee, and more recently joined the Sunrise Rotary Club. I want to give back to my town as well. So when I heard of this opening, I felt it was a good fit with my background. I am not a stranger to giving back to my town. I moved from Plimpton and held a chairperson role for the Cultural Council for 6 years. I have been in the housing industry since 1986. My current position is with Cape Cod 5-Cent Savings Bank as a mortgage loan officer. With this role, I work with low-income, first-time homebuyers. I assist with credit counseling and have taught many first-time homebuyer courses with the South Shore Housing Authority in Kingston. I understand the needs of housing in our community, not only with young families, but with seniors as well. Senior housing is very limited, as I have had firsthand experience with my mother-in-law, whom I took care of for 10 years. Finding suitable housing was a very stressful experience for my family. I love helping people. I have a lot of connections within the housing community, and I am out there in the community. I see what's going on. I see what people need. So I thank you for your time, and please consider voting for me on May 18th.
Hi, my name is Dennis Sampson, and I'm running for the one-year seat on the Plymouth Housing Authority Board. I've been in public service for over 38 years. For the last 27 years, I worked for the Plymouth Housing Authority. I started as a groundskeeper laborer, working my way up to the maintenance supervisor until my retirement on December 31st of 2014. During my time as maintenance supervisor, I was involved in the day-to-day operations, scheduling and maintaining the staff, meeting with contractors, and doing daily building system inspections. I interacted with the tenants on a daily basis and know that I understand their wants and needs. After all, the tenants are the most important part of the Housing Authority. I am familiar with all the buildings and their systems very well from my many years of working on them. I also met and participated with federal, state, town building, and fire department inspectors during their annual inspections. On a yearly basis, the facilities manager and I would visit all sites and write up the lists for the 5-year capital project improvement plan. I know how hard it is to get federal and state funding to maintain the buildings that we have, and the 5-year capital plan is an important factor in receiving funding. Over the years, I have attended and participated in many board meetings. Being a board member, I know that I would be fair, impartial, and helpful in maintaining the high standards the Housing Authority has and what the tenants expect. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Steve Trifletti, and I'm a candidate for re-election as Plymouth Town Moderator. For 30 years, I've served as an elected town official. I served 3 years as a member of the Plymouth School Committee, 2 years as its chair, and for the past 27 years, I've served Plymouth as the town moderator. The position of town moderator involves presiding at the fall and annual spring town meetings. It also includes appointment authority for the Advisory and Finance Committee, as well as certain other committees. I have spent my past 30 years working hard, trying to be well prepared for each town meeting and for any other activities in which I'm involved for the town. I will continue to work to be fair and reasonable, and I have continued curiosity about the business of the town of Plymouth, and it's my hope to serve the town for another 3 years. Thank you for your consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Alan Costello and I'm a candidate for Plymouth Select Board. I'm a longtime Plymouth resident, having lived here for nearly 4 decades, raising my family in West Plymouth, where my wife Carol and I still reside today. I'm also the owner of a local telecommunications business, which I have operated in town for over 28 years. Over many years, I've made it a point to attend the meetings of various boards associated with town government. In 2014, I was elected to town meeting, representing Precinct 10. I was also a member of the Conflict of Interest Committee. In 2015, I was elected to the Committee of Precinct Chairs. And in 2018, I was nominated and elected to the chairman's position of that same committee. It has always been my goal to devote my time and experience to Plymouth town government to address the issues that concern the taxpayers of Plymouth. I want to make clear to all residents that over the next 2 to 3 budget cycles, difficult choices will have to be made that will shape the future of Plymouth. From an ever-expanding town budget, through the skyrocketing cost of deferred maintenance, the sewer debacle, and the shocking lack of commercial development, it's very clear to me that the residents of Plymouth know that change is needed. Understandably, many in the community are nervous by the alarming increases to their taxes, and they want results. My platform is simple. First, we must stabilize property taxes through sensible spending. This certainly means tough spending choices will have to be made. The spend and tax mentality must stop now. Second, we must promote new sources of income for the town. This includes creative evaluation and implementation of non-tax sources of revenue. More importantly, our commercial tax base of 11 or 12% of total tax revenues is totally unacceptable and has led to the tax burden being shouldered largely by the residents. Additionally, continued non-55+ residential development is a net tax loss for the town, further adding to the tax burden for existing residents. We have no choice but to address this. Third, our infrastructure is in a total state of decay. Deferred maintenance is no longer an acceptable strategy. We must adopt a comprehensive infrastructure policy that includes town-owned buildings and a much more aggressive road improvement program. Please remember to vote on Saturday, May 18th. Your support will be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Patrick Flaherty and I am running to be the next member of our Select Board. The top priority I see for the Select Board is to provide a safe environment for all residents. As a town, we are approaching a financial wall that will affect our police, fire, teachers, DPW, and town workers' ability to provide their vital services. I have seen how our tax rate has affected the lives of residents, and one specifically who has lived in her Plymouth home since the 80s and now living on a fixed income is struggling to afford to live in the town she loves because of taxes rising and other costs. Her story is not uncommon, and I believe it is the responsibility of Plymouth's government to maintain a consistent and stable tax base. Plymouth cannot continue to rely on high taxes of property owners. We need visionary leadership to guide economic development. Now, personally, about me, I was fortunate to attend Brown University and was captain of my basketball team. After that, through my job, I worked with large cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, Atlanta, and other towns across the U.S. where my job was to lead teams to improve municipal operations. Then in 2014, I founded my company, Guided Living Senior Home Care in Plymouth, and currently we have over 100 employees and continue to grow. My company provides hands-on care for elders who need a little bit of extra help, all the way to around-the-clock care. I had the mission of building an organization that ran the way clients and families wanted. I live near downtown with my wife Lindsay, our dog Sanka, and our bunny Yule Bunner. Not only do my wife and I live here, but my parents are here, friends, colleagues, coworkers, all live and work in Plymouth. Plymouth is home. I see your questions as the first step in finding answers together. The Select Board works for all of you. This is your town. I want to bring my skills and experience as a leader to the Select Board to contribute to the solutions for the tough issues we're facing right now. The town of Plymouth is a multi-million-dollar organization that needs visionary leadership. I will bring my experience as a business leader and service provider to our Select Board. I'm a committed volunteer across several Plymouth organizations, and I'm proud of the work of two specifically, the Plymouth Rotary Club and the Plymouth Networking Group for Senior Services. These organizations are close to my heart as they serve Plymouth residents in many important ways. For me, community service is my way of stepping up to give back to Plymouth. I see the Select Board as a way to continue that service. For Plymouth to thrive, we need visionary thinking. We need collaboration without ego, and we need leaders who stand for integrity, humility, and character. I will bring this to our Select Board and work with and for every resident, business owner, and employee across all of Plymouth. I appreciate and love Plymouth's rich history, and I am really enjoying being a part of Plymouth's vibrant present, but I am excited about Plymouth's bright future. I ask for your vote on May 18th, and you can find more info about me at patrick4plymouth.com. Thank you.
Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Sheila Joyce. I'm completing my first term as a member on the Select Board in Plymouth. Prior to that, I was a member of the town's Finance Committee, as well as a town meeting member who served multiple terms. Please let me share with you, all of you, why I'm running for the board again. I've been a resident in town for 16 years. I've seen many challenges in the town. In my opinion, many are positive and exciting, but some are also worrisome. The town's budget for FY20 is $247 million, a scary number. Residential taxes continue to go up. Entergy is shutting the plant power producing operations soon, and the school population continues to go down. The $48 million sewer break is still a cloud over us, especially as the Veolia contract winds down in 2 years. The town's excess tax levy capacity is the lowest in over 15 years. Are we looking at a Prop 2.5 override in the next couple of years? I hope not. The town's population is over 60,000, but the town is also graying. Almost 40% of the town is over 55 years of age. How do we also address their needs? How can we increase revenue that is not placed on the real estate tax bills? We need to be practical in how we create new commercial and new non-residential sources of revenue, while at the same time respecting our environmental and natural assets. I believe, with my experience and my knowledge, we can continue to work together to help Plymouth stay healthy, so we can try to work on addressing these opportunities and challenges. I take seriously the responsibilities of being a board member. I always do my research and fact-finding on any issue that comes before the board. I believe I have influenced the increased awareness in Town Hall that facts and figures need to be shared with boards, town meeting members, and residents. We saw that this past year as much more detailed information was shared leading up to and at April's town meeting. Progress has been made, but we still need to be able to do better. I represent and work for all of the residents in town. I don't make decisions in a vacuum. I consider myself fiscally conservative. I tell people it's not my money to spend, it's everyone's money, and that is why I do my homework. Please help me continue the work I started in 2016. On Saturday, May 18th, I ask you to please vote for me, Sheila Mary Joyce, number 2 on the ballot, allowing me to return to the Select Board for a second term. Let me continue to help increase awareness in the town that we probably can't be all things to all people. We need to work together diligently and honestly so we can be transparent and as fair as possible in deciding how we meet the residents and the business priorities in town. Plymouth is a beautiful and unique town. Help me continue making Plymouth a town we are all proud to live and work in 365 days a year. Thank you very much.
We have to stop reacting and start planning. Hello, my name is Frank Mann, candidate for Select Person. And I believe if you want to lead the town, you have to begin with a vision. Tax and build? That's not my vision, but that's the way we've always done it. We're a hamster on a wheel, tax and build, tax and build. Let's identify who we are and where our future lies. We're an historic community that was for many years spared the sprawl that overwhelmed so many other communities. We retain much of our natural legacy, our 430 ponds, our 15,000 acre state forest, our rare ecosystem replete with unique species, special habitat. Let's stop undervaluing those natural resources. Look around. We've already got the makings of a new and prosperous industry. The town's received millions of dollars for the restoration of Town Brook. The Eel River restoration was the first of its kind, returning a cranberry bog to its natural state, attracting researchers from all over the country. Why did Wylands Trust move its headquarters here? Tidmarsh Farms followed suit restoring their historic bogs, creating a state-of-the-art living observatory, and giving rise to the new Mass Audubon Wildlife Sanctuary. Are you ready to open a new attraction in Plymouth? Would you be happy with 30,000, 35,000 visitors in your first year? That's what Mass Audubon's new wildlife sanctuary attracted in its first year. Let's identify who we are and where our future lies. What happened to our master plan? What's up with the RKG report? Why aren't residents, not developers, not business owners, why aren't residents being asked what they want to see in Plymouth's future? I'm skeptical of people running for office saying they're going to bring their business expertise to the town. They're going to run the town like a business. The relationship between the town and its residents is not a business relationship. It's personal. If we share a high quality of life, if we have clean water and open space, if we provide truly affordable housing in areas where people actually want to live, then people and businesses will want to be here, stay here. We should be saying to developers, no, the standard way is not acceptable. Leave the trees, leave the topography, respect our land or build it elsewhere. I offer a vision for this town that respects our historic legacy, celebrates our natural resources, and sees a future where the new blue economy and our wealth of green resources are fully embraced and attract clean, progressive, dynamic industry to town. Are you content with seeing Plymouth devoured one strip mall, one sand pit, one 40B at a time? Or are you willing to take the long view? Stand on top of the ridge of the Pine Hills, the highest point between Maine and North Carolina. And what do you see? Our future. My name is Frank Mann, and like you, I love Plymouth, but sense that what I love about it is slipping away. I want to fight for it. Please vote for Frank Mann on May 18th. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tony Provenzano. For the last 6 years, I've been a member of the Plymouth Select Board. 6 years ago, when I was first elected to the board, I could hardly imagine the varied issues and challenges that would come before me. Although I had been a town meeting member for a decade, had been a member of and chaired the Advisory and Finance Committee in the past, and had sat on many other committees and had been involved in the civic and volunteer life of the town for many years, the sheer breadth and variety of the issues facing the town were astonishing. I think I have constructively met the challenges that have faced me and have been a good and productive member of the board. As a practicing attorney, I've been able to lend my expertise as the town manages downtown and waterfront leases, which were administered with no seeming consistency in years past. These leases are a valuable source of revenue to the town. It is important that the board act as good and responsible stewards of this town property for the benefit of all of the people. The failure of the sewer force main and the subsequent town response, the planning and the repair averted an environmental catastrophe. The complex lawsuit now underway in the Superior Court has been a particular challenge. I think I've exhibited leadership and vision in these matters. This lawsuit, which was proceeded during a good portion of my tenure on the board, is entering a critical stage, which may lead to its resolution and settlement on terms favorable to the people of the town. I would very much like to be on the board as these negotiations get underway. I think I can be of help. The Entergy nuclear power plant is about to cease the production of electric power, and the town is in the process of transitioning from hosting and operating nuclear power plant to the dismantling and cleanup of the plant site under a process of decommissioning. Critical decisions will be made as this transition takes place, and I would hope that my common sense approach to governance would serve the town well as we deal with powerful players like the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Entergy, Holtec, and the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, all of whom will make decisions which will greatly affect the future and fortunes of this town. I want to thank the people of the town of Plymouth for the confidence you have shown in me thus far. Your good wishes and encouragement have meant a lot to me as I have served on the board. I now ask for you to vote for me once again so we can continue the work to make Plymouth the very best town it can be, a place we love to call America's hometown. Thank you.